Alright, the startup's going now. They can't hear us or anything, but... All right, guys, we're just about to start here. We are going to start here any second now. Bear with us here. 10, 20 seconds, we're going to get going. I've altered the deal. Pray I do not alter it any further. One more minute. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, here you are, your host, who can boast the most roast, and my fellow host, Kyr Mobile. How you doing today, Kyr?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good.
So today we are doing the Well Podcast once again, aka Two Brothers Podcast. And
there it is.
So let's start right off. You got any things you want to say right at the beginning here?
Right at the beginning, not anything too crazy. It's just cool that the game's like there's a lot of stuff happening. It's nice to like they've been talking about it for so long. It's just nice to actually see it in game. Like I go into the shipments and then I start seeing the updates, stuff like that.
I agree. It's also nice. I gotta give them props too, because when they say an update's coming out, an update is actually coming out. I don't know about you, but I've been playing some other mobile games lately, and what I've realized is not all of the producers actually put out updates when they say they're going to put out these updates.
Yeah, like they'll be, I know what game you're talking about, and it's like literally just, oh hey, we got a really cool feature. It's coming soon, and you're like, okay, you expect the next update to be like addressing the thing, and they're like, hey, another good feature coming soon, and you're like, okay, well that's pretty cool.
Where's
and then by the fourth
feature?
time, and it takes like it's almost like there's just people in the room like, hey, wouldn't this be cool? All right, let the people know we're thinking about it. It's a pretty cool idea, and then they get another good idea, and then it's like crap, we got to actually start working on this.
Do you want to you got the chat open? You want to do
chat open?
You want to do the call out, say hi to the people while I grab some water here?
Yeah, let's let me pull this up.
I'll start it off while you're pulling it up here. All right, who we got in chat today? Popping it open. We got Hashtagger. Hey, Hashtagger. Oh, excuse me. Asthma's kicking in there.
Okay.
She can.
Oh, we got some of the OGs in here.
Some of the real OGs. We got Vodek. That's an OG. T-Dog's an OG. Bob Smith. When you getting a haircut? My wife asked me this the other day. Said, how long are you going to grow your hair? And what I tell her? I can't. Well, I just realized I can't actually tell this story because what I told her is not live appropriate. But I told her when I can.
Well, a PG stream, bro. PG 13
when I can
stream.
Use it to carry certain ligaments, then
there you go.
Tie it together.
He was like, hey, I can't talk about it. Talks about it anyway.
There you go. 30. Well, I dance around the subject. 38 watching and showing 1 like. What's up? You guys hear it now? Smash that like button. Because we care.
Yeah, I don't even know how to pitch a like smash. I've never like smash.
Give me your best impromptu like smash right here. I will hold on.
All right, it's your boy Kyr Mobile. Be sure to smash that like button. There it is. All right.
Not bad. If we can get 5 likes on this podcast, we might maybe make another video and not just never do this again.
Okay, you know what I think? You know why? Oh, there it is. Hell yeah. The like request is coming through. I think why we weren't getting that many likes is because you're sitting here with max energy, max mod energy, just not caring.
You're right. What am I doing here?
Look at this. Look at this is inefficiency.
Yeah, I know. I'm being the worst guild mate. I gotta tell you, we should probably start talking about the game. So
okay.
Speaking of the game, I gotta say I've been the worst guildmate lately. I owe my guild an apology if they're listening.
Here, let me find. Darth Micro did this video on how to be a good guildmate. Let me try to link that
I'll
for you.
I'll rewatch my own video in shame because I haven't been even doing my tickets every day, man. I haven't done a Cantina energy in almost a month.
You know what that is? Inexcusable.
It is inexcusable, to be honest.
No, come.
No one else is gonna get that meme but us.
Yeah, true.
That's
okay. All right. Okay, out of the topics, what do you want to talk about first? I'll you be the judge.
I want to talk about the new characters, man. That's for me what's the most exciting. Okay. I want to talk about GeoBrood. I want to talk about Wat Tambor.
Wait, okay, you pick one. Pick one.
Wat. I want to talk about Wat. That's what I'm most excited to talk about. Let's talk about my boy Wat. I'm curious, did you read the kit yet?
Yes, I have.
Okay, so what's your... Let me pull it up here. Jamie, pull that up.
Let me pull that up. Okay. Yeah, so I got this here. Do you want me to link you?
That's cool. I got it right here.
Okay.
Oh, actually, never mind. Link me. I don't have it right here. I have the...
Yeah, I already got you, Doug.
I got you, Doug. Incompetent. Okay, let me... Bang, there it is. Let's reset this transformation.
Okay, so... Getting into one, okay, so there's a couple things I want to bring up. So I was getting kind of worried about how these kits are going. So we got, a Shock T, we've gotten a lot of these newer kits, and it seems like they're going the direction of like, let's take parts of what made Jedi Knight Revan good, and then throw them into every kit. Like, pretty much everyone gets a call to assist now.
Actually, that's probably a pretty good point.
Yeah, and so then, because that's the only way to keep everyone competitive, and so it's like, okay, you mean these teams that are supposed to be mid-level teams, they won't have all of Jedi Knight Revan's kit, but they'll have, like, some key parts that, like, okay, that's cool. But, this one they actually, like, went pretty unique with, in not, like, a League of Legends unique, but, like, an actual, like, going to be fun to play, interesting, it sounds actually pretty good, where it's... I like his auto, how they're changing it, where he has like two different types, where it's like when he's out of turn and when he actually, targets one of his allies. I think it's cool that changes. I think that's pretty unique. And then this whole Zeta for his tech pieces is like awesome. When it comes, you get to choose based on the type of character.
Can you break down do you understand the tech pieces very well? Because I'll be honest with you, I do not. Would you like to break it down?
Okay, so like I'm gonna give my best shot of how I read it.
All right.
And then so like, it sounds like to me it's like, so reading how it works. It's like at the start of battle, Wat gains a bonus turn. So it's like, it sounds to me it's like when the game starts, he gains a bonus turn. So it's like Han. Instead of Han shoots first.
Who do you think goes? Do you think Han shoots first, or do you think the bonus turn?
I think. I hope that it's Han shoots first and then the bonus turn happens. But maybe it might actually be he gives the piece and then it doesn't register and then Han shoots. I think that'd be clean too.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because I mean Han usually goes, obviously beats taunt. So it's like I don't know how they're gonna do it. I think we just got to see, because probably they didn't even think about it. They're probably going like
You know how I bet it works? It's like a at the start of the battle type thing. So if you look at the way Darth Maul works, right? Han Solo, I believe, shoots before Zal activates.
Oh, that answers it.
So that should...
Okay.
But, I could be wrong here. Now I'm wondering here, am I right on this? But I think I got to say my favorite thing about this kit, which let's just go over the kit first, just because we got people watching here. Refresher for everybody in chat. I'll read it out. So he's a dark side support separatist. Basic ability, final text, during Wat's turn, dispel debuff on target ally. If any ally has debuffs, apply heal overtime twice on all allies for 2 turns. And that is always going to happen. That's not based upon if the ally has the debuffs. And then out of turn, inflict damage overtime twice on target enemy for 2 turns and remove 15% turn meter. This ability can't be evaded. So right off the bat, we have a new mechanic in the game, which is that he does different moves based upon if it's his turn or not. And I think that's probably one of the most interesting things I've seen about him.
I would say it's his second, like, just making it, they found a way to make his basic interesting, which I think is awesome. Yep. I think that's his second most interesting feature, his first most being his, like, gear.
And they also found a way to make these passive C-3PO Hoda S-type characters actually be able to deal damage, which I find them themselves do something. So,
exactly. Yeah.
So I
I bet the dots like don't do almost absolutely nothing. It's just, but the turn meter is going to be a big deal, I think.
What's interesting is, not to get too much on a rabbit trail, but damage over time is almost becoming this type of debuff. Instead of the priority, or not the priority, but the value of the damage over time debuff itself being from the damage, it's actually just from the debuff. I mean, they're stackable.
Yeah, it's like,
and they trigger a lot of other people's effects. I'm thinking Ogre.
Yeah, I've seen that a lot with like what is it? Old Republic people, like those teams where they're gaining all this protection and stuff, and then when you see the damage finally pile in, you're like, oh, okay, dope. But it wasn't a main thing. It took like a ton of dots to finally start proccing to actually get some real damage. Which
I kind of find very interesting, because I'm wondering if, and this is the last bit of this rabbit trail go down, but I'm wondering if the Zather lead Zeta Wampa combo might make a little bit of a resurgence in PvE, because now we have somebody who inflicts all of the damage over time, which his next ability here, which I will read. Final text: revive a random separatist or dark side ally, droid ally.
It's dark side droid ally, yeah.
Yep, excuse me. At 100% health, and grant all allies, and yet another new mechanic, protection over time, 30% for 2 turns. Trigger the healing of all heal over time buffs on allies, and the damage of all damage over time debuffs on enemies. So you could stack this damage over time debuffs using, let's say, Wampa Hoda. That way you call the assist out of turn, so you get dots from Wampa, you get dots from Watambor using Hoda, right? And then Zather lead, so that you just can stack them as high as possible. Obviously Wampa for the Zeta and Cornered Beast. And then he applies damage over time debuff instantly. That's almost like a mini Culling Blade. That could be kind of...
Be kind of cool.
Anyway, for protection over time, recover protection each turn is what that does. So what do you think about the protection over time?
I think it's cool. I want to see it in play. It's just taking the mechanic from ships and putting it over to characters. So I think it's kind of cool.
You want to read unique one?
Oh, okay. I feel like I'm in class. It's like, hey, so who wants to read this section?
You over there.
You
started in the front row. Would you
gosh. So, all right. So we got Overseer. Oh, well, we got a lot of kits to go over. I feel like if you're tuning into this podcast, probably read the kits. Where can they find them? Because it's like if we want to break, because we have how many characters do we got to go to? We got Watt, we got GG, we got Magma Guard, we got Shock T, we got Brood Alpha. Do you really want to do kit breakdowns on all of them?
No, but I was thinking this guy in particular because he's probably the coolest, most unique guy, and I liked him.
Coolest. Oh, okay. I just want to make sure. We're on the same page.
I mean, okay. Magna Guard and Geo and Grievous are like 2 lines each. It's not exactly a kit.
Yeah. Oh, okay. All right. So we got Overseer. Final text: at the start of battle, other separatists and dark side droid allies gain max protection equal to 30% of Watt's max health. Seems to be like a reoccurring thing. It's just taking some dude's health and then giving them, a percentage, like Padme but all separatists and droid ally and dark side droid allies have 30% critical avoidance, and they have heal. While they have heal over time, whenever an ally with tech uses a special ability, Watt is called to assist. If there are no other allied combatants at the start of turn, Watt escapes from battle. So another one, Hoda-esque, C-3PO-esque.
Raven Arrow.
Boom.
And then we already kind of talked about the tech thing, so we'll skip this one. But basically, you get this piece of tech like Kyra was explaining earlier. But my overall general opinion on this guy is he looks absolutely badass.
Yeah. Oh, he looks sick. I think all the mechanics are really cool. So I'm excited for him, but we're gonna need to get Brood Alpha from we're gonna get this guy like months, like a month or 2, depending on how many shards they release of Brood Alpha, because it's gonna be it's gonna be actually forever. So this guy is Hoda-esque in the sense that probably they released his kit and he took forever to farm. He's gonna be the same way, where he's gonna take a million years.
Yeah, unfortunately. But when I do get him, it's gonna be fun to play with him. So let's move on. Let us move on.
Next character. Oh, I like these changes to Grievous and Magma Guard or Magna Guard.
Do you want to go through those, or you want to go through Geobrew?
Let's do these guys. I think this is the newest one. This is the one that just happened, and I think isn't it kind of interesting just the concept of what they're doing here, where so they reworked the characters. I think everyone agreed that they underperformed, like compared to expectations or whatever.
Yeah.
I guess do you believe that this was like CG intentionally didn't make them as good as they could have when Revan was meta, or do you think they were just like, here, we think this version of General Grievous that they released was good enough to beat Revan consistently, they just screwed up? Which one are you?
So do I think they did it on purpose, basically?
Yeah. Do you think they intentionally were like, hey, we want to rework him, but we don't want him to be good enough to consistently beat Revan? Or do you think it was like, hey, I mean, like we just reworked all these kits, made multiple new characters, and they still can't beat Revan? That's not what we were going for.
I think it's a cop out to kind of say I think it's both, because the way I look at it is this, okay? Jedi Knight Revan, they wanted to make strong. I think they legitimately wanted to make Jedi Knight Revan like insane, right?
Yeah. But that was like by far their intent. Yeah.
Right. So when they did it, they could have made him maybe a little bit too strong, but I don't think they wanted Grievous to intentionally be Jedi Knight Revan. I think they wanted him to not be Jedi Knight Revan, because I think Jedi Knight Revan was still too new of a team at that time, and people have kind of had time to collect Grievous, Magna Guard. Not me, obviously not Droideka and B1 when he came out, but the other ones as much. And so I would say that it was intentional. If I had to pick between your options, I think they didn't want him to be as good, because if they make him disgusting as it was, they couldn't then again make him disgusting now. Like now they get the opportunity. They probably knew the Clone Wars stuff was coming. I don't think that.
Okay, so they're rechanging it for Clone Wars stuff. It wasn't because it was like an underperforming.
Yeah, so I think they wanted them to not be Jedi Knight Revan, and when it launched as intentional, and they wanted to hype it up to sound better than it was. I think that's kind of what, but they're trying to sell something.
I thought they were trying to make him at least be able to beat him on offense. I was expecting an offensive based team that just falls like a brick, falls all the way to the bottom on defense. That's what I was expecting with General Grievous.
You want to take a question from chat here?
Question from chat.
Should we rise our GP a little for Grand Arena Championships? Have the GP-based reward brackets even been revealed? I'm going to say just wait.
I would just say wait, because they haven't announced the brackets, and then also what they've done is they said that they would accommodate lower GP rosters. So the only thing confirmed is that they're going to take care of those people. And how they're going to do that, what it sounds like, is they're just going to limit the amount of defenses. So like, let's say you're really competitive, you have a really good roster, and then they're like, hey, so you're climbing, and then the person you're facing is like, let's say you're a 2.5 and you're facing a 3.5, but you're both going to be able to set like 7. And so yes, he has an advantage, but you actually have a really good chance of winning if you both just have to put the same amount.
Yep. And as far as your answer goes for the GP reward brackets, I do not have any information on that. At least not that I have.
Yeah, I haven't seen any
quite yet.
Okay. Oh, let's see. We got people saying Carlos giving a good response. I think it's that if more people would spend money on B1, they would do the rework before. Since they didn't get enough money, they delayed it.
Yeah, he's basically saying that the original release of General Grievous, they would have made stronger if more people wailed out in the beginning, I think is what he's saying. And they didn't market, so they I
think that's a good... Yeah, I like that. I was thinking, like, my version of it is I thought they made Revan hilarious, like accidentally way too strong, and then they were like, hey, here's Grievous. We completely reworked his kit. We released 2 new marquees for him, and then they're like, man, we really missed the ball in here. We still can't beat him consistently. This sucks. And so then now, what a good time to. Now it's like they've thought that they're like, we should make him stronger, but the only way to do it with them saving face is they do it for Clone Wars content, quote unquote.
Well, I can't really. I'm trying to think what I can say and what I can't say. I can tell you that they thoroughly test everything before it gets released. I know that much. They know. They know exactly how it's going to do before it goes out.
Okay.
I can say that.
You know.
So like,
okay.
I know. I try not to be cynical, but if something comes out and does poorly, it's probably because they wanted it to. That tends to be the way that from what I've seen. Anyway.
Okay. All right. Well, into the kits. So we got General Grievous. I think these changes, like, he's nuts now.
Oh yeah. Both of them. I think these are great buffs. I mean, his basic, right? Oh, or not his basic. His AOE here. Inflict target lock for 2 turns. Remove 30% turn meter from them. This attack can no longer be evaded. This affects all ability tiers. So just from the get-go, it hits through foresight.
Yeah. There we go. So, completely removes a lot of options there. And then the big one for me when I read it was the whole target locked enemies can't counterattack. So the 2 big counters were, obviously Jedi. Like, when you take this team, you're expected to beat Revan, you're expecting to beat CLS. I would assume, like, a top tier team, but Darth Revan should probably still beat it. And so when like CLS would just like smoke them, I believe there's footage of people with just CLS, Han, and Chewie, like just beating a full Separatist team.
Just and then over and over.
And I'm also glad that they worked on Magna Guard, because pretty much everyone that actually had this team would constantly take a new character in this space and be like, okay, maybe this is the best 5th. Maybe this is, because it was obvious that Magna Guard was trash.
That's true. It's actually true. I remember people going like T3 and IG88 and Grievously, but now it's ready HK,
Yeah, and they would try to maybe get Grievous off lead because he does too much damage to his team and stuff. So I'm glad that they just at least addressed him. So you can have these 5 for this team, and then you can move these other really cool characters for their own teams.
And the biggest change is right here: target locked enemies cannot counterattack.
Yeah. I was going off that, and that's why he's gonna smoke CLS. Yeah, and then also stop Jedi Revan, like Yoda popping off. So it's really cool.
So what do you think? Okay, not to break your train of thought there, but looking at Magna Guard here, I see this. And it goes from gains taunts for a turn when it uses an ability during its turn. Now it's if it just uses an ability, so called out of turn, etc. All other Separatist droid allies stealth for 1 turn at the start of each encounter if General Grievous is an ally.
I mean, you just gave Darth Maul. Like, it's crazy, because that was the one thing, that mechanic was actually effective towards Revan early. When people were trying to beat it.
How do you think that does against Darth Revan now? I mean, obviously Darth Revan's still the nuts team. Probably Malik can solo this whole team. But just for the sake of playing devil's advocate, what do you think about adding stealth in the beginning to help? I think
maybe it gives you a chance, because it's essentially the pre-taunter. So he's gonna have that mechanic right there where you're not getting your whole team feared. You're just getting 2 feared. So that once that you make that change, you at least have a chance. Before that, there was no chance, unless you put in a pre-taunter of your own. So I just want to see it play out, because I don't really have too much experience. I've never been in the situation where not only do I have a fully maxed Zated Separatist droid team, and then also wanting to go against Darth Revan, because I feel like most people just know that they're going to get smoked anyway. So why waste the attempts?
Patrick makes a good point, though, that the Magna Guard change helps with Jedi Knight Revan as well. I mean,
I think a lot of these changes are. Focus. Yeah, I think nowadays it used to be Jedi Knight Revan was massively better on defense and would beat it when Separatist droids are on offense, would beat it pretty consistently. Now it should be 50-50. It should be if you're on offense, you win.
All right, so moving right along, we got those ones done. There.
Okay, boom. Okay, so we got those, and
we're
then
on the
now
General Kenobi capital ship thoughts.
Okay, do you want to do Brood Alpha?
Yeah. You know what? Yeah, let's do the Brood Alpha there. Let's pull this guy up. Now, this guy is probably the guy I know the least bit here.
All right, well, that makes 2 of us. But this is the dude that we have to get first before Wat Tambora. So if you want to get the guy you actually care about, you gotta get this guy too.
Is it weird that I'm almost more excited for the Geonosians than I am for like Separatist droids?
Yes, because Separatist droids are dope, and I'm like, for some reason, I just have no interest in Geos. I'm like, okay.
I don't know. I'm kind of like the weeb sucker for people with wings. So I kind of like they it's the whole wing crew. I don't know. It looks cool. The shield animation looks pretty
Wing
cool.
Squad.
Brood outfit is dope. All right, so let's go through the kit because I don't know about you, but I actually don't know this kit very well. So, deal physical damage to target enemy and dispel all buffs on them on the critical hit. So, this does damage to dispel buffs if you get a crit. Dispel all buffs on all enemies, deal physical damage to all enemies, and expose them for 2 turns. Oh, that's interesting. Then remove 15% turn meter from debuffed enemies. Okay, so if they resist it, resist the expose, that is, then they're not going to get the turn meter debuff, but they do the expose before the turn meter reduction, so that's pretty cool. And so he's just got a bunch of dispels, basically. And then special 2, final text, dispel all debuffs on all Geonosian allies. That's pretty good. Summon a Geonosian Brute to battle if the ally slot is available, or if a Geonosian Brute is already present. He gains critical damage up and offense up for 2 turns. Then all Geonosian allies gain 15% turn meter and recover 35% health and protection. Seems like a lot. Yeah, did I lose Kyre? Kyre, did I lose you? What is going on here? Chat still here? It looks like I have lost my esteemed co-host temporarily here, but we will continue to go through the kit until he decides to pop back up here. Alright, where were we? So that's kind of a lot. Dispose all debuffs, so that's kind of like a Rex. Almost kind of like a Rex cleanse. F in the chat for my esteemed co-host, Kyre Mobile. Let me shoot him a text real fast. Oh, he just sent me one. He's coming back. He'll be back. His internet just pooped out on him. Disruption in communications can only mean one thing. That's a tasty meme right there. That's a pretty tasty meme. I like that one. Lead their Geonosian swarm. Geonosian allies have 15,000 health and protection and 50% health steal. So it's like a nihilist lead. Then some. Allies recover 3% protection when they use the basic ability. Basic abilities of Geonosian allies deal 10% more damage for each buffed enemy. Pretty good. 50% with everybody. Alright, so Queen's Will. Geonosian Brood Alpha has plus 60%. Tenacity. All Geonosian allies have the Hive Mind buff while Geonosian Brood Alpha is active, which can't be dispelled or prevented. Man, he's got a lot in his kit. What is this, man? How many moves does he got? He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's got a ton of moves, man. Trade Federations over Alaska. Where is my co-host? That part is the Kivsman. Yeah, no, I get that. I'm just thinking, like, it's a lot of text. Have my assist whenever another ally uses an ability during his turn. Dealing 50% less damage. Equalize health and protection while Hive Mind allies whenever an enemy uses an ability. Wait. Equalizes health and protection? Wait. Hive Mind. Assist whenever another Geonosian ally uses an ability during his turn. Wait, that's nuts. Dealing 50% less damage. Equalize health and protection with Hive Mind allies whenever an enemy uses an ability. Whenever they use an ability? What? It's going to be impossible to kill these guys. Turns team units to go into the... Exactly. That's exactly what it is. It's one big health pool. I mean, AoE is going to, like, shred them. Use Padme competitively. Yeah, nah, not really. I mean, I have the team, you know, really, for the most part. Yo, is that my esteemed co-host back?
Testing.
Yes, we can hear you.
Hello. Oh, he's back.
So Brute's kind of nuts, or Alpha, or whatever his name is here.
Yeah, I think he's insane. I think he's really good.
All right, we need your...
No, yeah, let me go cam.
We need to be able to see your beautiful
Boom.
face. All right, there it is.
There it is.
All right, we're back. So we are on the unique one, Queen's Will. Did you realize that this is cool? Assist whenever another Geonosian ally uses an ability during his turn, dealing 50% less damage. Equalize health and protection with Hive Mind allies whenever an enemy uses an ability. So they effectively, like someone was saying in chat,
There's constantly.
they're one big team.
Yeah, that's so cool. That's they've had a pretty cool a lot of these teams that are, or characters that are trying to represent like a lot of characters, they do a really good job of it. Well, with B1, I thought they did a cool job. It's just Grievous's lead kind of ruined it, but then this is also really cool. Like I think that's a really creative way to represent like this hive mind.
And then the Brood basically just continually calls in people and whatnot. And can't use them in the raid, so that way you can't infinite loop or anything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's
very,
unfortunate.
very, very interesting kit. I think I might actually start building Geos, to be honest.
Yeah, no, they got a solid ship you can use for like territory war, or when in Grand Arena if they're doing ships, you can have that. You know, they seem to have multi-purpose, and probably they're going to be gated by. I think this is a great segue because they're probably going to be gated by the 16,500 cap in Geo territory battles.
Probably, in all honesty. What do you think about having that limit?
I think it's I don't know, it's probably the worst thing they can do from a monetization standpoint. Obviously makes sense, but it's so annoying because the funnest part of the game for me is taking these like underdog teams and just trying the attempts over and over. And it's like, okay, maybe if I move my mons here, maybe if I go alt tanky on this guy, maybe if I, you know, make this guy my fastest, you know, like that's fun. Once you have them all gear 12, if it's still hard, probably the mechanics are just bad. So I don't know.
Someone made the point,
What do you think?
Earlier than me that it's also to help combat cheating, because you can't take 7-star gear 1 level 1 characters in.
Interesting.
And
Okay.
defeat it, because now you're requiring them to be
Okay, well, okay, first of all, I reject that premise completely, because if they need to make a very, very anti-consumer like gate to combat cheating, then their cheating system is just bad. Like, how about you just fix cheating? It'd be like, you know, like you shouldn't have to put a pay scale on doing something that they should already be doing. So
I agree. I think the counterpoint to that, though, would be that if they're not that GP level, you probably can't use them in this territory battle anyway. Because they're supposed to be like nuts hard or something.
Remember them saying how Darth Revan was supposed to be nuts hard, and then we used two. Yeah, so it's just I don't. My whole thing is it's like that's what's fun about it. It's proving they have their testing, they have their ideas.
Won me over. I like that argument.
Yeah. Boom.
It's a good debate. But the 80 mil, I will say though that the 80 mil GP limit for guilds I think is perfectly acceptable. That's my opinion.
Okay, yeah, I completely agree, because how I look at this is, it's one above Heroic Sith, so if you're an 80 million GP guild, you're probably not doing heroic Sith. So if you can't even do heroic Sith, you probably should be doing heroic Sith on farm for a while, and usually you're gonna be like 100 mil. Would you say 100 mil's low in?
It stops what people have had problems with the heroic Sith, actually, of like starting at tier 2 high and then getting stuck on it for a long time, because this stops guilds from attempting to being like, we're 85 mil, we can do it, and then they go to do the dark side, Geonosian territory bound, and they get stuck for 4 days. They can't do anything.
Yeah, they get stuck, and it's just that miserable experience. Imagine like getting stuck for 4 days and getting 2 stars, like they were saying you're gonna get. That'd be so 50 people just had a really bad experience. Yeah. So also, just to play devil's advocate, it is annoying that one of the biggest things that they're advertising, like, hey, we got all this new content, and a lot of people can't play it yet. I do see the F's in the chat. That's kind of hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You had disconnected on me and left me all by my lonesome to figure out the Geonosians.
R.I.P. Yeah, I was just like, never mind. I don't want to talk about this character. I'm just gonna act like my internet's down until you feel it.
Talking about cheating in territory bows is a perfect segue into the anti-cheating and competitive integrity post. Now, we were talking about this earlier.
Oh, man, our segues are on point today,
yeah,
bro.
I know. Segue hard. I need to buy my dad a Segway. If I ever get YouTube rich, he's been talking about Segways his whole life. If I ever make a Tom, I am gonna buy my dad a Segway. I'm telling you, and I'll make a YouTube video out of it.
That's the dream right there.
I've rode the Segway. It was pretty fun.
Was it just a fantastic experience?
No, I mean it's like kind of hard to figure out, but it was fun.
So, but you're like, oh, it wasn't a good experience. You're like, you know what? My dad's getting this.
Well, for him, it was mind blowing. For me,
okay.
not as much. No, he loves Segways.
Okay.
I guess they're not even legal anymore. It's.
Oh man, they're illegal. I mean, that's even edgier. I mean, you just try to.
It's entirely possible.
Entirely, yeah. Hey, Casey, pull up that.
Have you tried DMT?
Pull up that anti-cheating thing. Pull it up.
Pull it. Oh, all right, there it is.
Yeah. I'm agreeing with Mark. Here, can I vent about a guy that's cheating on my shard? Can I vent real quick?
Yeah, go vent.
Okay. So there's this dude who. So I'm on a 18-month-old shard, and he has 5 mil GP, everything gear 12, nuts mods. He was level 85 before everyone was like 70. Like, you know what I mean? Like, to give you an idea, like, imagine how much energy that would take. Like, it's just disgusting. And then I could be sitting here and like, oh, maybe he's just a crazy whale, whatever. So here's the definitive proof. He got banned. He got banned for 3 months. They removed his Treya. It's not like he just stopped playing because they removed his Treya. They removed his General Kenobi. Gets banned for 3 months. Comes back. Gets to keep everything except, the stuff that was on the characters that are removed. And then now he just goes right back. He got Darth Revan. He got Darth Malak. Everything's still gear 12. Everything, just nuts. And so he's
the tip of the spear, bro.
Yeah, he's super tip of the spear. I don't understand. I don't get it. I mean, imagine cheating and then you having at the time a year-old account all at 5 mil GP, and then you just take a 3-month break, probably do something else, come back, and then you just get to reap the rewards of all the cheating. It's just insane to me. So
I mean, that guy had the guy you're talking about, you told me about before, right? And it's the same guy, right? And and didn't he have 160 speed mods by 2 months in or something?
Dude, it was okay. So remember, because it was it was the Empire meta, or it was Nightmare meta, and he had right when gear 6 or 6 dot mods came out, he had a full team of 6 dot mods.
Oh yeah, you know what's great is because I was actually on your shard for a little bit on my alternate account before I quit the alternate, and I climbed with the Rex team. You remember the Rex team? Yeah. And then that guy, actually the cheater we're talking about here, messaged me, was like, hey, what's your payout, and make sure not to hit you. So I told him my payout because it's my alt account. I was like, whatever. And then he hit me every single payout right on the dot, trying to. It's like, okay, this guy is a real piece.
Yeah, he's super piece, but also he was we would have to play our matchups at 55. So if your payout was at 7, you would have to play it at 6:55 or you'd hit you back. Like it blew my mind.
He could end
like,
the battle in like 5 seconds or something.
Yeah, he was so, and then it took into that 3-month ban for my mods to tie him. Like at the end of the 3-month ban, my mods tied his fastest mods. It's just one mod set compared to all the rest of them.
So stupid.
So,
but anyway,
yeah,
about this post here, they say they're gonna. Here's the one thing they said: increase surveillance of leaderboard and battle data. Now I don't know about you, but I have been in communities with a lot of cheating. I'm talking 15 years of experience in a community with a lot of cheating, more actually. In RuneScape, because RuneScape is probably some of the highest numbers of scripted gameplay out there. People have been botting RuneScape for as long as it's been out in 2001, and they have been fighting to stop scripters and stuff. And the reason I'm talking about this is saying anytime they start talking about we're going to just increase surveillance, we're going to look more, we're going to hire people to watch. That means they don't have the systems in place to automatically detect it. Because if they did, they would say we have ways of detecting this. Because every time huge bans went through the RuneScape community, they'd be like, we've improved our detection systems, and then huge ban waves would come out. 100,000 people, but these where it's like, we're just gonna watch, we're gonna keep our increased surveillance.
Yeah, I wonder if they designate a time in the day for it's like that weren't their one computer they have. They're like, hey, watch out for those cheaters, and then so I don't know. It just doesn't seem like they watch it as much as you'd expect.
So they do say they have a new suite of data points and detection tools on the other side. Oh, okay.
So they do say it. They do
say that, which I hope it's true, because a friend of a friend of a friend told me that he has a friend that cheats, and it's stupid easy, and it's just like you go into the client or something. He had to download some like program or something, I think, but it's not hard. Was the report?
Is it hack Star Wars Galaxy Heroes.exe?
No, I think it's like an Android thing. Maybe you have to like root your phone. I don't know. It's like one of those things, but it's like somewhat user unfriendly, but you can do it, and it's not. It's not mind-blowing. They probably just
go right into the mainframe.
Yeah, hacking into the main Centrum protocol. Like the same from Arc2, where he's and just drills right in there.
Perfect.
Something like that.
I don't. Cheating. What can we do? There's no point.
Yeah. If cheaters happen, it happens.
Yeah, especially in like Grand Arena, probably the biggest feels bad would be losing to a cheater. But okay, next topic.
Next. Okay, moving right along.
I'll have you call it.
Call the Grand Arena Championships. Are you excited?
Yes, that's the thing I'm most excited for. Geonosis and territory battles, I'm hesitantly optimistic for, whereas the Grand Arena Championships, I'm actually excited for.
Me too. Unironically excited for Grand Arena Championships, and I actually think they're rolling out, as much as we kind of shit on them. I think they are actually rolling out the championships and territory battle release well, and the Clone Wars content. I'm liking all of the Clone Wars content.
The Clone Wars stuff, clones need to put some spec on these clones, and they've been doing. Oh, okay, I take that back, because I'll take this back if they actually rework the clones, but currently as it stands, it looks like they are, instead of reworking the clones, what they're doing is just giving you one paywall character, and then
the classic CG
that's
move.
The rework. Yeah, it's just like, okay, here we go.
Oh, and guess what? It's for a faction that desperately needed it, Jedi.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
because they don't get enough new characters.
They don't get enough at all. I mean, it's funny. This time, October last year, Jedi were a joke, and then now Jedi are like one of the most disgustingly overtuned factions. So I don't know. But, maybe we'll get that with clones.
But that being said, I do really like. I mean, they're nailing the separatist stuff. So.
Separatist stuff, they're killing it. I really like that. I really like, in shocking news, what they're doing is they're buffing the characters required for the Padme event. Like, that blows my mind.
Really?
They're taking all those characters and they're good. No, I mean, like, all the characters they're all separatists, and they all keep getting buffs. So the Padme event's gonna get easier and easier.
Well, and the reworks, the Newt and all those.
Yeah, all those came out after. So the first time, if you were wanted to be tip of the spear, you didn't get those. but at least this time, when you're the Shaft, you are a buffed and improved Shaft.
A polished
of
shaft,
the spear,
as you would say.
Yeah. Also, Vader's writing me about Mace. Mace is going to, if Mace doesn't get a rework during his own era, it's gonna be pretty disappointing.
I mean, what did Mace ever do but die in the movie? I mean, I guess he killed Django. It's his one claim to fame.
You take that back. You take that back.
He let Kit Fisto get butchered in 2 seconds. He didn't.
Well, maybe if Kit Fisto wasn't such a weak ass, you mean
Kit Fisto is
would be able to defend
supposedly one
himself.
of the strongest Jedi. So
yeah. Well, did you see that spin move? That
I saw the
Palpatine
spin move,
put on him?
and let me tell you, I've seen a few 360 no scopes in my day, and that's one of the slower ones.
Yo, that's on all of his montages, dude. He was like, he's probably talking to his boys. He's like, yo, you wouldn't believe how I killed Kit Fisto. No.
No.
So, nailed him.
Hey, as
like,
we're saying here, an update just came out. Hot, fresh news from the press. Grand Ring Championships are beginning next week with the Exhibition Championships. Compete with other holo table seeded progress to the first ever leaderboards. Finally make advance to the question, whether you have to be the greatest in the galaxy or reach higher leagues in the championship by defeating opponents in Grand Arena, completing feats. Feats are unique time sensitive to the Okay, so this is basically just this popping up again.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Okay. All right. Last time we had fresh news. This unfortunate
stale
this podcast,
news.
We're getting stale, couple-hour-old news. Garbage.
Hype.
Yeah.
All right.
Can you please at least for everyone in chat just roll one cryotech piece. Just see if you get one cryotech piece.
I'll tell you what. I'll do you one better. Is it Zeta Day? Because I haven't done my challenges.
Just get your energy's 144. So
I'm blowing it right now.
Help everyone. Help it. Yeah, there we go.
Hold on. Let me do these. Oh, I don't have to.
Okay. All right. Now I don't care anymore. You nailed it. You got it. You're good.
Okay. Yeah. Here we go. Fleet challenges. Are you ready, boys? Everyone in chat right now, go ahead and type in your guess on whether or not.
And then 0.
On what I'm gonna get. Okay. So Kyra locks in 1 into 0. Give you guys 10 seconds to catch up here. There's a slight delay.
Oh yeah. Vader's also bringing up, what did Mace do? Yo, he would have killed Palpatine.
No, Palpatine was totally.
Was he manipulating him? He was like,
he
yo,
was using that to make Anakin. I don't care that it's been disproved, and then my theory's logically wrong. But I like that theory.
That's a pretty bold bold choice to do that. Is like, hey, I'm just gonna almost die.
All right, who got the 2 Omega guess, but 0 Zetas? Okay, and let's see again. Watch me get 4 Omegas. Yeah, I got 0, boys. 0 hype. Whatever. It's just another day. Ain't no thing.
Another day. Oh. All right. Well, helps with sandbagging. Okay. Yeah. Hard F in the chat for 0 Zetas.
He needed to get scarred and disfigured for his Galactic Synod appearance. Remember, boys?
Yeah. Then they didn't really explain why his face got all messed up, but whatever. Okay.
Because his lightning he got lightning in the face.
I mean, his lightning ruins his face. That's a horrible move. I would never use that move if it did that to my face.
Well, I don't think he's normally aiming at his own face. It was super reflected. Actually, it technically would be refracted, right? Isn't lightning an overload of electrical light?
I'm tapping out. I'm tapping out of that.
Okay. All right. Okay, we're done.
So
over.
Next topic.
Can we go to the General Kenobi capital ships? Can we?
Boom. We're on the right page. We're on the same page. Okay. What do you think? It's cool that it's happening. Has there been any information on the ship?
0. Yay! It is, however, been confirmed due to the pictures, not due to them saying that it is not a new Kenobi. It is, in fact, the General Kenobi that we know and love that we have in the game.
Okay, that's good. I didn't want another Kenobi. But they've been giving people value on top of value when it comes to General Kenobi. Not only was he a good character when he came out, not only was he the best tank for Jedi Ribbon, also gets a new Zeta, also gets to be on the Padme team, also gets a capital ship. He's like Thrawn level.
Yeah, he really is. I mean, all the way back to when I was using him with Rex. He's a good character.
Yeah, he's always been good. I mean, he doesn't need all these synergies.
To be honest, out of any of the characters currently in the game, General Kenobi thematically and from the content that we have from Disney and from just Star Wars and Star Wars, it's probably got to be the coolest character, right? I mean, one of the best stories. Like, he deserves it the most. Maybe you could argue Luke.
Yeah, well, it would be. He was the main star in all the prequels, and also like everyone's favorite character in all the prequels. Also, Clone Wars TV show. He was one of the best characters. So Kenobi has. I feel like Kenobi has kind of usurped like Luke as like kind of like the face of Star Wars when you combine all of the stuff. So.
Yeah. Hamo is kind of on the bench.
All right. Yeah, and so I think I did predict that there was going to be a Galactic Republic version of a ship meta. I was not expecting it to be a new capital ship. Especially, I was not expecting it to be a character we already existed. I was expecting it going to be some kind of whaley stupid event. What do you think the requirements are going to be? Do you have any speculation?
No. I mean, I want to say, like, I was going to say Geonosian Territory Battle Reward, but we already have too many of those. Like, they're not going to throw another one there. They could do, like, Grand Arena Championships potential type of reward or something, and add that with the release. I don't know. That's what I am curious to see, too, because, I mean, how are they going to handle it? They're not really going to do a marquee on the capital ship, right?
Yeah. Definitely won't do a marquee.
Maybe a legendary.
Level. What characters though? Like, I don't even know. Yeah, I think you know what actually would probably be the most
because it's dark side right now.
Well, I was thinking that they actually just do the Galactic Republic because not many people have Anakin's ship farmed. Not many people have those. Maybe no. There's the one you monetize is Anakin's. All the other ones are easy to farm.
If it's a legendary, you have to be on the other side of the team, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah, it would be.
I want to say Geonosians, and they add like something other dark side ship that you have
Geos
to buy,
and droids
Vulture.
or something.
Yeah, something like that. And they add like a droid ship, like a Vulture ship or something,
something
from Marquee.
Yeah, not sure. Yeah, I mean it's really hard to go off of. I think the ships can be good. Okay, how about this? What do you think? I was thinking about this is like, because so obviously there's going to be a new ship meta coming around the corner, and I was like, what mechanics beat Millennium Falcon? And I have like what I'm thinking. What mechanics do you think beat Millennium Falcon?
Okay, I think it's pretty obvious, to be honest. I think it's an out of turn punishment of some type, attacking out of turn punishment. I think something similar to the Galactic Republic team we already have. Like if they attack out of turn, you get protection up or something. They could straight copy that mechanic across and call it thematics and call it a day.
Yeah.
And it would probably work. Crit immunity is probably a pretty decent deal.
Okay, you took my answer. Okay, we figured it.
We got it. Like a locked crit immunity buff could really suck.
If you do crit immunity, like if you ever, so for example, the difference in what crit immunity does is I can call Cassian with the guaranteed crit and one shot a Bosk, okay, but if I do that same move to a crit immunity Phantom 2, he does not die.
It's a huge difference because all of the ramping crit damage bonuses you get out of turn, Rebels, etc.
It's because it's
without it, you actually don't do very much damage. Because I've non-crit before with the Falcon, and it's just like it's like a normal hit. It's just like Kylo Ren ship does more.
Yeah. So it's like he needs the crit for the crit damage, not necessarily just to crit for crit's sake. It's all the crit bonuses. Damage bonuses.
AoE days. Days could be kind of like a ship version of days could be interesting.
So like what they'll do is they'll just take Nest and then make a ship for her, and she just does the little jump. And
there it is.
Perfect. There it is.
Spaceship Leia. So we have a lot of people in here, and we kind of covered our topics. You want to go into a Q&A segment?
We have a couple more, dude. We got Gear 13 finishers, dog.
Oh, you're right. I missed that one. So we got to talk about one of the most important. And somebody asked me earlier, who do you think is going to get the best Gear 13 finisher? And I think the obvious answer is Grievous, but I was looking through these, and if you look at my lovely boy Wampa, he gets 1,000 physical damage and 64 armor penetration on top of already having double bayonet.
Oh baby.
So I kind of think
armor pen. Yeah, and he gets more tenacity, which helps for him.
And he gets ramping offense. So
I'm gonna need you to double Zeta him on the podcast live, and you're gonna have to test him.
Tell you what, I'll do like some kind of goal or something where I will Zeta Zader, Zeta Wamper, and get Wonton Boar, Zeta him Foley, and do the dot team. And then you can add those guys in and see how it goes. There's some content there to be had.
Okay. Before we end the Gear 13, are you excited for all these things? Because with all the stuff coming out and not knowing enough, I've found myself just going into full-on horde mode. And
honestly, I haven't been
400. I just don't care to spend. All I do is I get my tickets, I do my arena battles, and I just keep stuff. And then I have a ton of Carbantes, ton of Sun Cuffs. Don't really care to gear anyone. Don't want to gear anyone because what if something comes out and I made a mistake? It's just everything's just full on reserves.
I think a lot of the people are kind of waiting for it to get figured out. With the removal of the test accounts and the pre-access information. I mean, now all the content creators get access to the new stuff. When everyone else does. So no one knows anymore, what's going to be good or not.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of the people are hoarding. I see it happening.
Togmo, you have a good one. It's an OG right there.
Togmo, layer bud.
Yeah.
Wraith Han looks good at Gear 13. Yeah, he gets 1,000 damage as well. That one's been talked about. He's
one of those characters that the difference between a Gear 11 Han and a Gear 12 Han is hilarious.
Yeah.
And then let alone another 1,000 physical damage.
The
potency too could be pretty good.
Do you see the?
I just feel like there's so many comps that just are almost going in the direction of being able to beat Rebels now. Because currently Rebels they pretty much beat every team on offense.
Check this out, Kyre. The Grand Arena Championships are open. You can open it up on your thing.
Oh, can open them up?
Starts in 56 minutes.
Here, I'll join it in a second, but show it on the thing. I'm watching. I'm watching.
Here we got. You can see rewards here. Okay, let's check out the rewards. Kyber League rewards.
This is big.
Let me change the title here. Grand Arena Championships.
Oh, you're Carbonate. Oh, you actually get a decent amount.
You get a lot of credits up here. So if you get in the Kyber League, you get title.
Man, it must be nice to be tip of the spear, dude. Look at that.
I'm gonna try that. Okay, so 5,500. That's a lot. And then you get then Erodium gets down to 2,100. Ooh, and then 1,450. Ooh, so if you're in the garbage bin.
Yeah, you gotta at least be Erodium.
Wow. Okay, so the bare minimum you get is 800. Now let's go look at. I want to look at the store real quick. Now that we kind of have some numbers.
Now we could compare because to get a payout it takes 5 weeks, right?
So just to compare the progress difference, 800's the bare minimum and 5,500's the absolute top, or 5,900 I think. So we can now knowing those numbers we can look. That means if you get first place in Kyber League, you can buy 80 Cryrotech basically with that payout.
Yeah. So 80 Cryotech, so that's
the injector heads.
A little over 1,400 crystals.
True,
it's really not that good.
Or the injector pieces, which are 100 a pop, and you need 50 of them, so it's 5,000. So you can get one full injector piece, which actually isn't. I don't know. That's not.
It's not terrible if you're getting a full one, but then you have to go through 25 refreshes.
Yeah, I mean we'll have to see how the frequency of this is too. So, then there's feats here. And the feats pay you out.
The feats. You gotta check the feats.
Pay you out Christos. Credits.
Have you got one? Because I'm seeing the.
No, I don't believe so.
I saw the red little dot. I thought it was.
I think that just means it's something new. Go look at it, basically. Okay. So it's promote the Kyber League, win the Grand Arena with an undersized squad, win 15 battles. These are basically the tactical genius type of title and stuff. It's exactly the same. basically. It's not.
I
Really,
like the
it's
promotions. You're probably gonna get a lot of crystals initially from promoting.
Does it show promotion rewards here?
Yeah, go to the top.
Oh, that's Division 4. You can go up different divisions here. Okay, Division 1
like
Kyber
within
League.
it, yeah.
Oh, it doesn't change the rewards though.
Oh, it doesn't.
The rewards are the same.
Okay. I wonder how fast. I'm curious to see how fast it is when you actually get promoted and stuff.
Yeah, the rewards are the same regardless. So you don't get more rewards for just having higher division. I'm in Division 4, I think is what they said.
Division 4 Carbonite.
Yeah, like bomb in the barrel. Yeah, Division 4,
I guess
ranked 770.
You're in your placements, bro. Yeah. So.
Placements. Let's check out the leaderboards here. Global.
Oh, who's number 1?
Let's see. Number 1 in Carbonite is that Gamer Tree. Let's look at Kyber League here. No one's in Kyber League yet. Let's look at the number 1 in my division. I want to know what my competition is.
Okay, there you go.
Okay. This guy's my competition. Number 1. Oh, lordy lord. Okay, rank 521 in Squad Arena. He's using Mace.
I'm seeing it so late.
Ooh, yikers. Okay, yeah, you'll see it in a second.
Okay.
Oh, Togmo's in Division 4. I thought you were out of here, Togmo.
Oh, yeah. Back at it again.
With the young.
Okay, well, this is cool.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to like really want to talk about it just because it's so new. It's just all speculation at this point. Like, there's so many key things that we don't know, like how to rank up, like what does it matter, you know, how much do wins affect it, how much does win streaks matter, or if they matter. Yeah, you know, like how much do you lose when you lose.
Wow, I have some legitimate competition though. This guy's got like full on Revens, both Revens, Darth, Malik, Dunn, Zay the Boss, all Gear 12 Padme team, Imphy's Nest, and this guy's got almost a better roster than me. If not, he does have a better roster than me. He doesn't have Night Systems. But no, this is legitimate competition, man. You know what? I don't have mods on any of my characters. I wonder if it's locked in already.
Well, I hope not. Because I don't either.
Starts in an hour. I should probably go through and do my mods, huh?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Let's do a Q&A.
Yeah, let's do a Q&A, and then I gotta do mods off stream. So
can you put a line in?
All right. Q&A. Ask the questions below the line. I'm posting the line 10 seconds. If stuff you want to know, AMA about anything, what we're drinking, what we're feeling, who Kyre's doing, everything you need to know, put it in the chat. All right, go. This is not a scam. Now, when you join, are your mods locked? I do not know.
No idea. We're about to find out. I think it says starts in an hour, right? So
yeah.
I hope not. It's like I think what they're doing is this is just an expedition or exhibition, so they don't really care.
You're gonna need proper teams now, right? Though no more throwing random Sith or whatever. Yep, correct. We're actually gonna have to try.
Yeah.
I'm gonna actually have to. Yeah. Yep. I'm wondering, what do you think? Do you think my second best mod's going Jedi Knight Revan or Padme?
Jedi Knight Revan.
Okay.
I still think he's number 2. It's just. Well, actually, yeah, your second best mod's going Revan because you can go slow Padme if you wanted to.
Oh yeah, right? That's a thing. Where's the join button? It's right next to the subscribe button. However, if for some reason you are not able to find the join button, don't worry, I got you covered. There's the link to join right there if you need it.
Yeah, I think he's talking about the GA.
If you're talking about the GA, a lot of people ask where's the join button because it never shows up on this. The join button for GA, I think it just automatically you're in, bud. There is no join button. Just starts. Yeah, I don't think there's a join button. Yeah, no, sorry, I get asked that question like all the time.
Oh, okay. We got, with all the characters needing these new gear and putting us in a bottleneck, why push our tunes to gear 13? Because money, bro.
Wait, let me reread this question because I don't think I understand it. With all the characters needing these new gear, put us in a bottleneck, why push our tunes to gear 13? Because of the better stats? I don't yeah, I think gear 13 is not supposed to be something you have on everybody. At least not me.
Yeah, gear. So like I feel like I guess I misread the question, but when it comes to gear 13, it's like I'm only going to be pushing just a very select amount, especially for arena. Like I'm not going to want to go, especially in Darth's Revan mirrors, gear 12 to gear versus a gear 13 team and get smoked.
The leaderboards are kind of cool. I'm going through the leaderboards and I'm realizing like there's a lot of people out there that have legitimate rosters and we have to deal with.
Yeah, that's dope. It's gonna get competitive. I was doing the math on it. It's like I have about like 400k GP, just like a bloat. Okay, hey, let's do 3 more questions. Three mo.
Yeah,
3
I'm
mo,
waiting
and
for
we
them
out
to
here.
pour in. Q&A time, boys. If you have any questions, put them in the chat before we end the stream. We're wrapping up here. So we're doing the last couple Q&A, and then we are outie. Just zated my nest and my rank went down 800 places, but same division.
Interesting.
Okay, so it's adjusting right now, I guess, and that's what that means. Yeah, I just went down. Oh, you know why you went down rank? It has nothing to do with Zayda in your nest. I just went down 700 places myself. It's because more people are jumping into the division. It's reorganizing. Sativa or indica? I'm more of a sativa.
That's a him question. I do not partake.
Yeah, it doesn't treat our boy very well.
Yeah, I go full quiet. If you want me to not talk for the rest of the night, just get me close to it.
What division am I for? I keep hearing like these pop.
Okay, that's good. Yeah.
I'm like, man.
Well, RIP your neighbors.
I know, like I'm getting there.
So I have Night Sister Spirit, Range, and Wicket to gear to 11 or 12. Do you think I should complete those characters, fill out a squad, or focus on GR tunes? See, like that.
Spirit, yes. Wicket, no.
Well, I mean, it depends. Range, I mean, I'm super trooper biased. So you
I'll let you answer
12.
the trooper one because he's the.
Yeah, I mean, they're all. I feel like they're very gear intensive. My issue with troopers is not that they're bad. It's just that you need to really commit to them just to beat teams on offense, and it's just a total feels bad. The thing that I noticed is I just zated Stark because I'm a maniac, and it's a massive difference. Like I went from struggling sometimes against Night Sisters just because I didn't have them all gear 12, but once I gear 12 Stark and zated him, it's like the easiest matchup ever.
And you really need to get troopers at some point. The problem is all this new cool stuff keeps coming out.
Yeah, no, there's. I mean, you only get troopers. Like troopers are probably like the 15th team. It's like so you get both Revens. You mean, and then now like new schooler. Yeah, I just ended up getting them. Like, what's your fun team that you got in its place?
I mean, to be honest, I was working on Old Republic before we knew that like Malik was a thing. You know, like I did the Karth mission. Zalbar just
that was like your fun team, and
and Padme would have been the answer, but it ended up being like a good team as well. Because Padme, due to my boy Dead Plumber, shout out to William, got me Padme, and that was pretty fun.
Yeah, I guess you can say it's Separatist droids.
The droids
now
are
they're
fun.
really good.
I would say Ewoks, but then C-3PO. The thing is, like, you can almost build fun teams and get away with it these days. Like, there's a lot of.
Unless you build troopers.
But
it's.
Do you actually get? There's no legendary or nothing you get for troopers, right? It's just.
You get to kill Ewoks. You get to kill rebels.
You get the territory battle.
Do sick about 1 to 2 mil damage in heroic Sith. You get Imperial Pro Droid. It's fun to do that last mission. I think it's hilarious just watching them like all the Terminator games and stuff. I think they're fun too.
Do you think Malik can solo the bonus tier of the current?
Dude, it takes a while even with full Revan. Like, don't do that to yourself. It's gonna take
I already
a million
entered.
years.
We're gonna find out now.
You're farming up your food. Dude.
Let's see.
Okay, let's see if there's any questions.
I'm screwing back. I have some fact left to gear, and I'll be ready for Padme. Good advice.
Padme. I don't feel like we answered Cody G's question. We kind of did.
I'm going to say this. In my opinion, Night Sister's Spirit, if you have Night Sister's already done and he's the one you don't have done, then I'm going to say Spirit is worth it. Okay? Wicked, I would say, is worth it only if you're finishing the Ewoks entirely, and Range Trooper I have no experience with.
Yeah, like those characters, all those characters are good. It's just like, it's way easier to say like a character's good, but the timing is the thing that actually matters. So it just really depends on your roster. I think eventually you should get them all done.
By the way, it looks like the answer is probably no. I don't think Malik can do this.
Yeah, they have staggers, so it's...
When the AT-ST cannot get...
Yeah, why?
Feared.
You can't get like his health stolen?
Well, he can. It's just a small amount. It's 2,000, and then he can't be feared. Do mods on stream? Yeah, I really honestly need to do mods. Oh, he beat the first wave.
Like when it comes to he might stack up his like fusion.
He's
and then
got it.
3x.
Yeah, he's got max now. He's popping the low, guys. It's the.
Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah. So now this is full Malik right here. So,
I love seeing if Malik can just like solo everything.
When it comes to if you pick the right Ewoks for C-3PO, you can get away with like really low gear amounts.
All right, let's see. What time is it? Okay, so I think we're gonna wrap up this stream here. I don't see any more questions or anything like that.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any either.
So I will say, as heading out, if you guys would like to, head on over to my boy Kyr Mobo's channel. Give him a like, comment, subscribe for more Minecraft Let's Plays.
Yeah, I mean, I used to back in the day, but nowadays it's all Star Wars Galaxy Heroes.
And the Hello Kitty Island Adventure every now and then as well. You can pop your link in the chat if you would like to.
Perfect. Well, I'm a little insecure about that, but I'm working on it. Maybe I'll release it someday.
All right. Well, guys,
for more real Roblox. Yeah. I should get into Roblox. I should get into some Roblox. Get into some. What am I doing? What am I doing on this podcast when I'm a
Roblox streamer? Well, thanks for the collab, guys. We're going to be switching over to Roblox now, as we have.
I'm out. All right. It's been real. It's always fun. These are always fun. Now with the actual stuff happening, these might actually be a little bit more common. Yeah. So
we actually have content to do. And by the way, your answer before you head out is Malik can solo this.
Okay. Oh, there it is. Yeah, heard it here first. You mean the question we've all been asking for? Can Malik solo this event? And it's yes.
It's a yes. Confirmed.
It's a yes. So I guess.
All right, Kyr Mobile, everybody. Later.
We good? Because I'm just gonna be waving it until.